My name is Keith Nelson, and I am a director at TransCanada Energy Corporation.
Since the beginning of the green movement, what changes have you seen in your industry?
Back in the early 2000s and late 90s, it was about bringing energy to the people. Now it's more about minimizing the impacts. So getting the energy to people to lower the carbon footprint as well as the impact to the environment and Indigenous people has become a big focus of our business.
Could you describe some of the specific changes?
We've been working on a lot of things. So to move the gas, we actually would burn gas to move the gas. We've switched that to electricity. So we're now building electric compression to move the gas along our pipeline. Using hydroelectricity, the people that convert the gas from natural gas form into liquid will also be doing the same thing. It will all be electric. So this would be a zero emitting gas from where we take it to the west coast and then taken west from there. And natural gas, I think, is the cleanest fossil fuel you can get. And unfortunately, fossil fuels hold an important part in our economy and our lives in that they're readily available when we need them, regardless of weather conditions or anything like that. Let me talk a little bit about the gas business. What's been happening is in all of those jurisdictions, there's been a movement obviously to reduce carbon footprint in both the US, Canada, and Mexico. And what TC Energy does is we don't actually produce the gas or burn the gas, we move the gas from one location to another. What's been happening is coal is much dirtier than natural gas. And gas still provides energy on demand, so it's not dependent upon solar or wind or other weather conditions that are out of our control. So what's been happening is as there's been a phase out of coal, which is being replaced with solar and wind, natural gas actually acts as a backup for those powers. When that type of energy is not able to be produced, natural gas is the cleanest fossil fuel that can contribute to the power grid when in times of need. So during those peak hours, around dinner time and breakfast time in particular, natural gas energy is in high demand, and that's actually a growing segment of our market. So what's happening now is our pipelines are delivering gas for shorter periods of time, but for bigger volumes. So instead of providing power all day, on average a certain amount, we're providing a little bit more, but just for shorter hours. And what that's done is that's actually reduced the carbon footprint, but still provided enough energy to keep the lights on in your home.
As this industry has been getting more green, has greenwashing also gotten more rampant in the industry?
Yeah, there is a bit of greenwashing. There's been a lot of press about renewable natural gas, and that being the gas of the future. And what that is that instead of using fossil fuel reserves, it's using bio-waste and garbage and things like that, which naturally produces methane, which is natural gas. And a lot of jurisdictions are telling their utilities to use more renewable natural gas. It works great. Unfortunately, there isn't a lot of it. It takes a lot more waste to create enough methane to fuel the world's natural gas needs than necessary. And I think a lot of jurisdictions and politicians are overusing renewable natural gas as a way out. It's helpful, it's in the right direction, it's very expensive, and unfortunately I think the problem is that with expensive solutions like that you end up with energy poverty. So there's a trade-off there where you can use renewable natural gas, which costs 4 to 5 times more than regular natural gas. They use biodigesters and things like that. So I don't think it's one of those ones where it takes more energy to actually produce it than you actually get out of it. I just don't think that, I think that it's just so much more expensive. And like I said, there just isn't enough of it to really make any real difference on natural gas emissions at the end of the day. So yeah, we're doing some good things here, but it's like a fraction of a percent of the entire natural gas consumption right now. Even if you harvested all of the dairy farms and all those things where there's lots of biogas production, it just wouldn't be enough to really make a difference on the world, unfortunately. Step in the right direction, but not as good as people are trying to make it out to be.